Alright, sports fans, this is the best of 7 T7M Radio with 7 Mitchell. Callers, y'all call up 347-989-8102. Let's get into the association, the NBA. George Karl. So George Karl, let me get this straight, you mother snake. George Karl had some comments about Carmelo Anthony. He's writing a book, and he wrote in his book he felt like Carmelo Anthony was the best offensive player that he ever coached, but he also felt like Carmelo Anthony was a user of people, addicted to the spotlight. He said that Carmelo was very unhappy that he had to share it when he had to share it. No dirty work type of energy when it came to defense stopping the guy. So let me get this clear, George Karl, you snake, because you did the same thing to Boogie Cousins. You, in 12 years, you want to talk some shit? In 12 years of coaching, you want to talk about Carmelo Anthony was a user and was addicted to the spotlight. Maybe it was your ass that needed the spotlight. Let's look at your stats real quick. 12 years in the NBA as a coach. You was the coach of the year one time, 2012-2013 season with the Denver Nuggets. Under who? Kmart and Mr. Carmelo Anthony. The following June after you get the coach of the year, Denver gets rid of your ass and you go to Sacramento. You've coached the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Sacramento Kings, and the Denver Nuggets. Now Seattle took you to the championship. You ran into Michael Jordan and company and got embarrassed. Denver Nuggets with Carmelo Anthony, they took you to the Western Conference Finals, couldn't get it done, I believe, against the Lakers. You are not a winner. Your regular season, you've won, I believe, 58%, 59% of your games in the regular season, you motherfucker. But in the playoffs, 39% of your games that you win in the postseason. And you got the audacity to talk about a superstar that you coached 5-6 years ago and put it in your book? Your book with George Karl, you piece of shit. Now, Carmelo Anthony last night, he took the high road. He said he felt like, and I don't want to misquote Carmelo Anthony, according to Carmelo Anthony, when he did take the high road last night on the criticism of George Karl, he said he just hopes that he hopes that George Karl finds some type of happiness in what he's doing, and he hopes that George Karl, the book that he's doing, hopefully will bring him that happiness. I'm not taking the high road. You talking shit. I cannot believe this. I mean, because it's just like, and the thing that kills me the most, he was a user of people, addicted to the spotlight. Do you not know where Carmelo Anthony comes from, you son of a... Carmelo Anthony is from here, Baltimore City. I'm telling you, you can go around the city. Carmelo Anthony looks out for the kids all year round. Clothes, shoes, whatever's needed for a decade, for over a decade. Carmelo has looked out. My little brother played recreation basketball. He used to come home with bags of shoes for Team Mello. Carmelo does a lot for the people in the community in Baltimore, let alone in New York. And then he comes from the slums. How can you not love somebody that's embracing that spotlight when he was the best player on your team? You wouldn't even have some of these wins on your resume. These accolades. Coach of the year if it wasn't for Carmelo Anthony. And then you want to put him in your fucking book? Kenyon Martin tweeted, "The nerve and awful and coward ass coach, more to come." Kenyon Martin also tweeted, "I didn't have a father growing up. We all know that. What's George Karl's excuse for being a terrible person?" Then you want to bring a lack of fatherhood into the equation. Like, look, man, I'm not calling for George Karl's job, whatever he's doing right now, because he's really irrelevant. Like, he's not popping. He's never been popping to me. He's not a failure at coaching. I don't want to be that disrespectful. But this type of things is just totally out of bounds, totally out of line. And for him to try to capitalize, monetize off of it, putting it in his book, you's a bozo, a clown, George Karl. So and ever disrespect the legend Carmelo Anthony, a living legend. You want to criticize Carmelo about not getting it done? I'm the first one that said this season that, look, I'm a Melo fan, but I'm also a Knicks fan. And maybe we need to remove Carmelo. Maybe we need to trade Carmelo. I don't know. The jury's still out. But we've been winning games. We've been successful. And you want successful, And now you want to throw some shit in the fucking mix. You a piece of shit. I mean, these people, I swear, they start to do things outside of what they generally known to do and for financial gain, and then they have no type of morals. No, you don't know what that man been through. I've never seen you in the streets of Baltimore handing out anything, talking to these kids, doing anything for these people. Now, I don't know what you done for this community in Sacramento, Milwaukee, or Seattle, what have you, but man, you's a don't get me started. Seriously, do not get me started, man. This is just ridiculous, pathetic.
Best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell on T7M Radio every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. 347-989-8102, and follow us on social media, T7M Radio on YouTube.